Hi Chris, it's Richard Howes from Kickstart Training in Bristol. I've got 3 questions for you, but first, just to explain, I've got a few little concerns that it appears that the requirements to become an ERS instructor are lower than before. If this is the case, then the market runs the risk of being saturated with underqualified ERS instructors with a potential negative impact on the pricing in the marketplace. So question 1, can you clarify what the entry requirements are and how the DVSA is going to maintain the high standards? Secondly, it's a training-related question. Could you clarify the DVSA's standpoint on offsiding to gain view into bends when teaching the ERS level course? And finally, I've read or maybe perhaps misread something in relation to ERS and the MCIAC. Are there any requirements with regards to the MCIAC in respect of the DVSA Enhanced Rider Scheme?
Thanks for the question. If you have a look on gov.uk, all the information is there about the entry level and the standards required to be an ERS instructor. But in short, you need to be a DAS instructor, you need to pass an advanced riding qualification, and you need to pass the HPT and theory test. If you look at the history of ERS, there's very, very similar qualifications as we used at the very beginning, with the enhancement of having to hold an advanced riding qualification. If you're not a DAS instructor, then you need to do an accredited course with one of the approved bodies that again is shown on the DVSA website on gov.uk, and for that qualification again you'll need to do the HPT and theory test. The standards, we're going to maintain the standards through the quality assurance program run by our CBT enforcement managers. Again, the criteria is on gov.uk. There'll be a pass mark 43 for your standards check. Ideally you'll take the standards check on an ERS lesson, that way we can see you delivering the type of training that you're badged for. If you can't do an ERS lesson, we will look at you doing CBT training. Again, you need to achieve a higher mark, the mark of 43, which would be a grade A. That way, we're confident that we can maintain standards delivered by the instructors. Okay, offsiding. It's not something I would recommend. It's not something the DVSA would recommend. If you look in the riding manual, we do recommend that people teach lateral movement within their own lane, but we're looking at a risk-based system. If you're riding on the wrong side of the road or the opposite side of the road, then you're going to be at a higher risk rating. ERS is pitched on being pitched at people who've just passed their riding test or have got little or no or very short experience as a motorcyclist, and I see that offsiding could be a high risk activity. I wouldn't recommend it be taught to this group of people. At the end of the day, this is a DVSA branded product. DVSA will not endorse offsiding. I see that as a specific skill that will be taught to professional police riders, and certainly at the level and the speeds that are being taught on an ERS lesson is totally unnecessary. Okay, thanks for the question. Obviously additional qualifications are always an advantage to have, but if you're a DAS instructor, then you don't need any of the MCIA qualifications to join the ERS scheme. You just need to go down the normal qualifying route, so pass your HPT in theory and get yourself an advanced riding qualification or a current advanced riding qualification. Likewise, if you come through the accredited route, you just need to follow the scheme or the training course that they provide, and again pass the HPT and theory test.